Okay, so today we're looking at a narrative essay on preparing for aging. It's built around this really great concept, the biological savings account.
Yeah, the concept is fantastic. The execution, though, kind of keeps you at a distance.
A big distance. And that really brings us to our first point. The narrative voice creates this layer of detachment that softens the urgency of the advice.
It really does. Everything is David observed or David learned.
Exactly. So the weakness here is that you're just watching David watch other people. There are no real physical stakes for the audience. It feels safe.
Too safe, you know? If the point is to make me think about my own aging, observing just doesn't quite get me there.
Right. So the suggestion is to close that gap. Make the decline feel more immediate, more visceral.
Okay, so what would that actually look like?
Well, for example, instead of just saying David saw older adults struggling, you could describe the sensory details. Show the shaking hand trying to lift a cattle.
Or that little jolt of panic when you misjudge a curb step.
Yes. Or you could even have David actively intervene when a friend's father falls, instead of just hearing about it later. Just something to raise the pulse a bit.
I like that. But that distance gets even worse in the middle section.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. The structural transition to the 3 foundations of aging prevention just stops the narrative cold.
It just kills the momentum. You're in a story, and then suddenly, bam, you're reading a bulleted list.
It feels like a medical pamphlet got stapled into the middle of the essay. You know, mechanical protection, functional strength.
It's so jarring. But, I mean, don't you have to define those terms for the reader?
You need the concepts, for sure, but not the formatting. The fix is to just weave these ideas into the narrative action. Show them, don't list them.
So instead of a definition for mechanical protection,
you show David actively adjusting a lumbar cushion in his car, and maybe he thinks for a second about why he's doing it.
Okay, I see. And for functional strength, you could show him trying a balance exercise and even stumbling at first.
Show the difficulty. That demonstrates the value. It makes it real.
Right, that's much more effective.
Which leads to our last point, and it's about a strength that was, well, underutilized. That biological savings account metaphor is brilliant.
It's so good, but it's introduced and then it just disappears.
It vanishes. The text shifts right back to these, generic phrases like medical research shows.
And that's a huge missed opportunity because the financial language, it has real teeth. Compound interest on debt is so much scarier than like chronic inflammation.
It's a powerful psychological hook. So the suggestion is really simple. Carry that banking metaphor through the entire piece.
So when you're talking about micro-injuries, you frame them as compound interest on debt.
Exactly. And a hip fracture isn't just a medical problem, it's a bankruptcy of your mobility.
And those 3 foundations become your investment strategies, diversifying your portfolio with balance drills.
Yes. It just ties the whole argument together beautifully.
So to recap, the main takeaways are: cut the passive observation to make it more visceral. Weave those medical concepts directly into the story to maintain the flow. And extend that fantastic financial metaphor to give the advice more weight.
Exactly. It's a really solid piece of writing. It just needs that structural tightening to really make an impact.
We invite you to send in the revised draft for another look.
Thanks for listening.